trying to do from ages, but they could not do it. But probably you might be able to do that. Good. Okay. So the topic today is little offbeat, and I'd like to give you the topic. So today's topic is called as the book the dumb never read. Okay, the book the dumb never read. So before I start about today's topic, let me also tell you some fantastic stories. Okay, so one fine day, one of my very close buddies, okay, and both of them came to me and said, "Okay, yeah, I want to write a book. Someone told me book is author is an authority and all this big guns. That is a yeah. Well, what is the problem? Write a book." And no, I do not know how to write a book. Okay, good. Then what? So I don't know. I have been like trying to find out how to write a book, and these guys were like really serious about it. And they're both of them are highly educated people. I said, you had been studying from such a long time. I'm sure writing a book will not be a problem. So then I asked, like, is it a fictional, non-fictional, like what, scientific research or what exactly? No, they said, no, I want to write something about my life. I said, okay, fine. And I left them there that after. I mean, I did not connect with them. And I met them in 2000, I think, 17 Shivratri, before Shivratri. And they said, like, I asked, like, what's happening with the book? Oh, yeah, that's getting into progress. Yeah, and I'm thinking about it. I said, sorry, it's been more than a couple of years. Now you're thinking about it? Yeah. Now, these people have gone and got somebody who is an influencer, and this person teaches how to write a book in 6 months and is charging probably lakhs and lakhs of rupees for that. Okay. How many of you guys know such kind of people who are charging people? And what they usually sell is, I'm going to help you write a book. I'm going to coach you about how to get the book written. And now there are so many things associated with that. And we will help you to publish, and we'll help you to frame and edit and blah, blah. And then so we earn this amount of money. Okay. By the way, you don't have to write the book because we have got something called as ghostwriters. How many of you guys know what is a ghostwriter? Okay. So this particular company or the people can also supply ghostwriters. Ghostwriters are those people who write a book on somebody else's behalf, and they give also the credibility for them. That means it's a modified surrogacy. You know what is a surrogate mother? It's a modified surrogacy. That means someone else's womb is used to produce your baby. And that to look at that guy or that person, he is not going to be giving, even though he is writing all the things, he's doing a lot of research, he's doing all the things. This particular segment of people are usually doing all the hard work, but they never get, that reward out of it. I do not know if it is good or bad, but there are a lot of people who are silent, salient ghostwriters. So today's session is to bring that ghostwriter inside you to come out and do the writing for yourself. Okay. Tell me one thing, how many of you guys would feel different if you write your own autobiographies? Do you think it's a good thing? You can write about all the good things and bad things, naughty things, because when you leave this world, you leave a legacy about your life journey. Yes or no? Yeah. So let me show you how do you do that. So today you have a task. Okay. The task is, I want your entire life's journey to be summarized in this book, which should have only 10 chapters. Okay. The first chapter is the introduction and the last chapter. I'm not counting that. The first one is the introduction, last one is the summary and all. But in between 10 chapters, I want you guys to just write down in one sentence. Okay. The sentence should not have more than 3 to 5 words, max 6 words, nothing more than that. Each sentence. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you like 5 minutes, and people, whoever is watching this on YouTube, you can also do that. Okay. I want you to write down in a piece of pen and paper. You might not have to send it in a comment section also. Just keep it with you. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay. How many of you think this is a very, very tough thing, Dada? I cannot write everything in one sentence. Just give me a high five. Okay. I've got so many years Like for example, I'm right now, let's say after beyond 40. First 1 or 2 years, I was like zero idea. But 40 years, I cannot write it down in 10 sentences. Yes or no? Difficult, right? 40 years in 10 sentences. Okay, let's try that today. Okay, that is for me. I want you guys to do that. Write down 10 amazing things that has happened in your life that has given you the maximum impact and given you that power. Go ahead and just write down those incidents that you want to share about. Okay, good. Now, for example, I have an incident where I started a company. Okay, so that entire incident, if I write, will probably around 300 pages. I don't want to do that, but I want to write it as one sentence. So the company called XYZ, name of the company. Like that, I want you to guys to write down 10 chapters of your life. Go ahead and do it. Okay, just 10 chapters. Start something from your childhood, and then the last chapter is something which is connected to, might be your next 1 week of your future, where you're going to do something great. 1 week or 1 month. Go ahead. Okay, go. So there are 2-3 ways. I'm just giving you some hints. You can name some events in your past, event that has recently happened, events that you feel will happen in some time. Okay, that can be the last chapter. You can also include people in your life who had impacted you greatly to whatever you are and whatever you are going to become. You can talk about that. You can talk about some institutions, some locations that you have traveled, some great insights that has happened, experiences you can talk about. Okay. So write down in a very small, short manner. Okay. It's a very simple topic. Go ahead. Okay. Just write 10 points. When you start, it will be easy. When you reach chapter 5, it will be a little difficult. When you reach chapter 8, it will be tough. Again, chapter 9 and chapter 10 will be easy. Yeah, it's going to be easy. Right. Go ahead. This topic is book for the dumb. And for those people who joined late, I have given you the topic. Okay. So those people who are watching this on YouTube, just to tell you that from Monday to Thursday, we are doing a session which is called as Copywriters Club, where even if you are not a copywriter, even if you have no idea about writing, even if you are not looking at earning also, and if you are joining in, from next week, I'm going to show them a technique by which you can typically write a book every day. Yeah, you can write some kind of a book, which is like a bestseller. It can become a bestseller also every day. Just imagine how cool it will be. Yeah. In this entire world of digital nonsense, your book will stand out. There are techniques to do that. There are people who take more than 6 months, 7 months, 10 months, and all those things. You will be writing. So some people might be thinking, usme kya hai? ChatGPT mein dalenge nahi. Without even touching ChatGPT, you might be writing this entire book in less than few hours. Yeah, few hours. So how long can I write, Dada? You might be able to write somewhere around 100 to 200 pages. How long? Max around 4 hours to 5 hours. Okay. Plus what? You might be able to design their cover pages, align them, bundle them up, design the structures in another like 30-40 minutes. You can do all those things. Have you done it in your past, Dada? Yes. So this challenge has come to me that It takes 6 months to 1 year to write a book. And this is something we did it on one Shivratri day. We brought in some 13 to 14 people out there, and we made them to sit for almost 6 hours. In the 6 hours, we wrote the entire book, we published them, and many of them, they learned the technique of how to become Amazon bestsellers. But I told them, don't look at that. But I think people love to do that. So I showed them the technique. But what happened is, the moment they learned the technique, they stopped or they paused respecting those guys who are Amazon bestsellers. Because now it is like a magician's trick. The moment you learn the magic, then you don't have a respect for the magician. Yes or no? Yeah. So that's how it is going to be. All right, good. So how many of you guys have reached to chapter number 8? Just give me a high five. Chapter number 8. Oh, awesome. Nice. Then finish chapter number 10. Just write one sentence, man, small one. Don't write entire, okay? Ram went from this one, he went to Vanavas and this. No, no. Okay. I like this kid's way of, reading Ramayana and Mahabharata. I asked a small kid, Beta, do you know what is Ramayana? Yes, uncle. What is it? Ravan uncle was a bad uncle and Ram uncle killed Ravan uncle. He doesn't know the word killed, okay? He doesn't know killed also. Over. Boom. Ramayana finish. Right? Okay. Okay. Why did he beat him? He beat him because uh, Sita was there. So she has, I mean, she couldn't talk properly also. Yeah. So sometimes I think I like the way the kids talk. It's very powerful, very to the point. I remember there are some amazing thing happens with these kids. Okay. And I think these are very powerful. So I think write in a language which even a kid should understand. Yeah. Sometimes nowadays kids are crazy. So I remember there's a kid here. Okay. And I was late by one day. She says, you take me for a round. So I have a scooter, and whenever I have to go out and she wants to go, so I have to make her stand in front, one small ride, and drop her and then go. Okay. And they said, no, 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 but I am late. Straight questions. Your problem. Boom. Okay. She has no meaning of it. Your problem. Okay, fine. No, but I'm seriously late. Then you wake up early. My problem again. Suggestion also was in order. There are a lot of things to learn from kids. All right. So how many of you guys have done? Just give me a high five. I just, wanted to break this silence and I was giving you some stories. All right. Good, good, good. So what you learned here today is doing something. I actually forced you to write something about your life in the next 5 minutes. I think I've given you less than 5 minutes. Yes or no? Okay. If I had not forced you, this 10 points, which was there in your mind, wouldn't have come out in a paper or somewhere. Yes or no? Yes? Okay. But did you understand what I did is, I did a very positive push. What is positive push? You know the thing is good. You have never done it. You want to do it. But you just needed someone to push that. Yes or no? Good. So this is what you have done. Now, when you come on next week, I'm going to teach you a very, very deadly thing about how do you write a book without touching any keyboard or any pen and paper. Okay, powerful. Okay, how much crazy? Yeah, all right. So this kind of stuff is happening. I said, Copywriters Club. I'm going to take it to a very, very different level. It will be the envy of many people. Some people might be very angry on me because inki rozi roti chin lunga main. Okay, and it is not going to happen like that. With all due respect, I respect everyone, but definitely some people are going to be impacting. Those people who are into copywriting or those people into advertisement or marketing and all these things, I'm going to make this session so powerful so that those kids, the Gen Zs who are just looking at Chat GPT and they're completely relying on that, I think this should be a kind of life jacket for them. Just imagine one day you're constantly dependent on a Chat GPT or an AI. Your thinking power will be slowly reduced. Rather than being creativity, it will be dependability. Yes or no? At one point of time, from creativity, you will get into dependability. And at that point of time, खुदा ना खास्ता, this entire chat GPT breaks down. So आप क्या करोगे? What are you going to do? Right? So there is something that I would like to share you from my life. For many years, I was bedridden, and they gave me a belt. Have you seen those belts? You know, this lumbar support belts and all this. And the belt was supposed to put my spine in the straight position and all. So I used to wear that, and I was feeling comfortable because my pain was reduced for some more time. Okay, so whenever I was using the belt, I used to feel good. Then I kept on using the belt for some more time, day, week, months, and I was feeling good. But you know what was happening? My muscles were getting weaker because now the body has found a new support. So the day when I opened the belt, I was not having that enough strength, that muscle strength to support my own spine. Did you get my point? My body started to be dependent on that belt. Now you understand? So today what you are doing is you are regaining your own power of consciousness, own power of creativity, and own power of dependency on your own self. In your tough love or tough life, there is one person who is going to be always there with you, is the person who is inside you. I call him as a guru or a soul or a spirit or whatever you want to call it, as consciousness, awareness, just jo bhi naam dalna hai dal do. If this person one day is not working with you, I'm guaranteeing you will not be able to cross a road also. You'll be sitting with the menu card, doesn't know what kind of food to choose. Yes or no? Okay. So this is called as the living zombie. You do not know what you don't know, in cognitive ignorance. So today in this session, some of you guys have written some pointers. These are connected to your life. Okay, we're going to give you some time, but I don't want you to talk about that. Your life, apne paas rakho. I will tell you what to do. Okay. So whatever the pointers you have written out, these are your fantastic memories. Yes or no? Am I right? These are your fantastic memories. अब जितने दिमाग में था, सब आपने लिख दिया है. These memories are in your brain somewhere hiding as pockets. And today you touch those pockets in a particular fashion. Am I right or am I right? So when you have touched those points and you wrote something, this is something that has impacted your life. Now, what I want you to do is make those stories or whatever you know the story about that particular chapter 1, chapter 2. Tell me one point of each chapter that would benefit others. Did you get my point? That would benefit others. So in my chapter, one of the chapters might be about starting my first company into medical. The learning would be that keep all of your people, you love everyone, but you should have your own consciousness to run the industry. Don't give them 100% authority also, because that can lead to something where you will not be able to exercise your authority. And one fine day you might find yourself like Steve Jobs, kicked out of your own creation. Yes or no? It has happened with me. So that was one of the learnings that I want to give it to you. That in an enterprise, when you are starting a company or running a company, this is a very powerful thing, and this is the Brahma Gyan. You should know everything, but you should not do anything. You can delegate, outsource, automate all these things, but always be monitoring. Okay, always be monitoring. There is no other way. Warren Buffett, till now, he is constantly reading. What he is reading? He is monitoring the up and down of different kind of market. Yes or no? He might not be reading from a laptop or a palm top, but he is reading constantly different kind of newspapers, journals, and this guy spends almost a good amount of his time reading about quality things. So this is one of the biggest powers. So I give you some example of my life's chapters, and I'm also telling you why someone should know about it, why someone should learn from it. So today you have got 10 points. Just go ahead and write at least 1 or 2 points. Why someone should read your story. आपने अपने लाइफ का लिख तो दिया वहां पे, लेकिन दूसरे जो पढ़ रहा है उसके लिए क्या? Why he should read that point? Okay, can you give me some good point? Now this point can be a warning message. I have done this. I went to the shit. I don't want you to get into that SHIT. That can be a warning message, or it can be an inspiration message. I was here, and then at one point of time, from here I went here. These are the steps. You can follow the steps. This is another kind of a book. Third kind of book is I experienced this. These are the reasonings. These are the processes. If you do this, you might give into this. Okay. So these are directional based kind of things. And then other one is might be an edutainment, entertainment. That can be something which is like spiritual, might be detailed structure. There are various kind of things you can write about it. So write down one point. There should be one reason why other people should read your book, that first 10 stories, even if they do not know you. Good point. Why they should read your story, even if you are an unknown guy. Yeah. Go ahead. Just write down 1 or 2 points. Now you have a moment. You have all the pointers, whatever, 5 point, 3 point, whatever you have. For each chapter, okay, you mention the reason why that chapter is important in the reader's life, not your life. Your life, it is important, I understand, Baba. In the reader's life, okay? Done? Easy. Just write 1 word or 2 words, okay? Just write the keyword. Why one must read that particular chapter? Why it is so important? Good so far? Okay. I think you guys are in flow stage. You can write it separately. Okay, good. Come on. Stop. There is no examination happening here. No invigilator is going to snatch your papers. It's okay. You can write it later. Okay. You can go to Facebook Dhammastery group and you can put all the things. People who are watching this on YouTube and all, if you want to know what these guys have written, and if you want to join the Facebook Dhammastery, then let us know. There is somewhere you can connect with us. You can write in the comments. And by the way, if you want to join our morning copywriters club, then just write it down. LMI, let me in, and we're going to give you a free access. This is only for this particular week. Yeah, this particular week. Then we're going to stop this. The price of the copywriters club is going to be 50,000 rupees for the recorded sessions. Yeah, I'm going to give you some very powerful things. Some of the best people, celebrities, authority celebrities, and influencers, entrepreneurs, and how these guys have taken copywriting into a next level. What are these amazing things? There's some crazy thing happening. Okay, there is a person who is launching his book, I think tomorrow morning. This guy, he has not yet launched his book. Already he has got 4 to 5 lakh of people who have already followed him and are waiting for that particular one moment of launching the book. Okay, and he's a great guy. His name is Alex Hormozy. So there are a lot of people are waiting that this guy is going to publish. He has not yet said anything about the book, but lakhs of people are waiting for this. Good. All right. So what I'm going to do is the last part of the book. Yeah, the last part of the book. Now you've got 10 chapters. Hello, you are there with me? You've got 10 chapters. Now you've got 10 reasons. Okay. Now quickly, very quickly, write down only one tip in each point. Okay. For example, I told you one of the biggest life events in my life was to lose my second company. No, it was my third company. I had to let go. And the biggest learning is how to engage your team, how to take your authority, how not to be thrown out. So these are some of the learnings one can learn from that particular thing. And this is one of my tips, that when you hire people, please hire them based on their attitude, not based on their skill, designation, or knowledge or experience. Okay, that is my biggest learning. So this is my small tip. Did you get my point? So that is my tip. I want you guys to give your tip on your point. Go. Okay, just write 1 or 2 tips. It's fine. I want you to get into the flow stage. It should be a tip, not an entire essay. Tip, small one. And I'm also going to probably give these people who are on screen something that I'm not going to do it online. I'm going to give them a powerful system by which these people can write a book, almost like a 150 to 200 pages book, without touching the keyboard or touching the pen and paper. Yes, without chat GPT, without any AI platform. Yes, how is it possible? I'm not going to reveal here, but I'm going to reveal it to these people. And if you want to learn about how to do that, then you need to join Copywriters Club from Monday to Thursday. Okay, how much does it cost? Zero, if you are connect here right now. I'm doing it as a service to you guys. But yes, it is going to be charged at 50,000 plus GST. So be mentally prepared. If you're not going to get in now, you will never get it. And there is only one condition. You miss one day, next day you are out. Good, fair? I'm giving it everything free. You're out. Yeah. And I know how many people are going to be there till the end of this entire session. So what time does it happen? Morning 5:30 to 6:30. When rest of the people are sleeping, you are creating your dream. Beautiful, right? When the rest of the people are sleeping, you are creating your dream. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute all of them. Okay. And I would ask each one of them to write down their names and talk about their realization, how they feel about it. So today they wrote the first 10 chapters of their life. They also wrote why someone should look at that chapters. And then the third thing is one small tip about their chapters. So once they have spoken, we will end the session today. But these people will be staying back for probably another couple of minutes. I'm going to give them that power by which they would be able to come out with their beautiful books on Monday morning 5:30. Boom. Itna jaldi? Yes, sir. Quality acha hoga, hum kar denge. Okay, we'll do it. All right. So let's open the session and bring in people to talk about their experience about today's topic. Yeah. Go. Yeah. You can unmute, sir, and you can go ahead.
Hi, everyone. First, I write the points on the topic. The 4 points are going flow. Next 4 on what stucking myself. But while talking the other, you are giving the motivation and slowly the points are going. And 7th point, I stuck again. I take 1 minute to think about that one. Then the flow is going on. Now I'm writing more than 10 points. It's amazing, actually.
Yeah. So this is called as flow stage. Yeah. I'm doing it with you. Purposely, I'm doing that. Okay. Are you able to see? It is better than meditation. In meditation, you are actually blank and you are trying to figure it out. Then there is somebody who is doing something called as assisted meditation, guided meditation. There are multiple other things are there. I'm doing a different kind of thing. Yeah. Good. Subara, how do you feel now?
I feel very happy, and previously I was stucking actually with more of the things. Now I'm flowing.
Awesome. Nice. So instead
Thank
of
you,
giving
Dada.
visiting card, if you give your autobiography to somebody, which is better?
Autobiography.
Yeah. Good. Powerful. Nice. All right. So who is the next person?
Vinay.
Go ahead.
Well, what I got out of this very exercise is that under pressure, under particular times, we are able to articulate the thoughts which we are normally not able to do. First of all, secondly, when it is time bound, it is done. So whatever gets scheduled is done. That's it. It's a wonderful thought to put it in 10 chapters, some very fine sentences, then coming on to the crux of the matter means the atma of the book is decided. Thank you, Dada. Great.
Okay. Next. Yeah.
Charanjit ji. You are in mute, Charanjit ji.
Thank you. I joined late, but I got the point that we have to write 10 points about writing a book on ourselves. I never thought that I can write a book, but when you gave this idea that you can write 10 points about you, I wrote 14 points till date to mention my particular this first childhood, early childhood, that thing, job and recent jobs. It was a nice realization. Never thought that I can write a book, though, but now after this idea, I am hopeful that I can write any book. Any book. After learning content writing from you, it will be awesome. Loving it, sir. Love you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good. So this technique I have taken from chapter in physics. And at that point of time, I was learning about force and pressure and all those things. There is a chapter where they teach you about something about how they make, milk powder. Okay. There is a topic where they teach you how to make milk powder. So heated milk, okay, is forced through a small orifice. That means a small hole, and it is actually sprayed, and that entire thing is heated. So when the very, hot, that small hole is having that powerful, that jet spray of milk happens on the other side, it sprays and it is dried immediately. It's called a spray drying. How many of you guys know this? It's called spray drying. So you have this, milk powder, right, that you use it for your tea or coffee and all those things. This is done in the same way. So you can go to Wikipedia, you can find out the process and all those things. This is typically called as spray drying. And so here, before spray drying, the milk undergoes several processes like heat treatment and cream separation, membrane process, and vacuum evaporations and all these things. Okay, yeah. So the other goes with full research. Yeah, good. Here, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm not drying it up, but I'm actually expanding. Remember all of this. It is easier to contain powder in a compact box than containing the liquid. Yes or no? Similarly, this concept that I'm giving it to you, okay, it is easier. Just imagine 30, 40 years of your life, I'm putting everything in 100 pages. Technically impossible. Yes or no? This is called as the decoction. You know what is a decoction? Sometimes some people, in juice shops, you will get, okay, sir, I need, this flavor. So they will put some part of it, then they will dilute the entire thing. They'll be giving you a juice or whatever, the drink. So here, I'm giving a decoction. You can keep on growing. Yes or no? Next person.
Dada, I never thought I'll be able to write a book. In fact, you have given 2 chapters initially, the introduction and the summary. We just need to write eight chapters. And in that, like starting and happy ending and in between the struggles, what we need to put out. And after that, it flow came and I could see that I have mentioned everything, whatever you said. I think it is a good exercise.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will teach you the technique after this. Okay. I'm going to teach you this. And I know I would like 2-3 volunteers who can teach about all these things on Monday. I'll make a teacher man on Monday itself. Good one, right? Okay, next person, quickly.
I have tried. Okay. So I have tried this before, and it took me a lot of time to write maybe, 1 chapter itself. But what I saw today was surrendering to the person who has done it, who knows it. It made it super easy. So it didn't even feel like I was doing it. It felt like just one activity, one task. I enjoyed it. It's done also. So yeah, that's what I did.
Good. So if you are doing this exercise, whoever is watching this on YouTube and all, just comment it, like, how do you like about it? See, I'm not behind your likes and shares and all these things. 3-4 बार दबा दोगे तो अच्छा है, मेरे लिए भी अच्छा है, आपके लिए भी अच्छा है. Because we need a lot of more people like you guys who are sincere, committed, and you are watching my videos every day. Thank you बोल सकता हूँ मैं, gratitude दे सकता हूँ आपको, और क्या बोलूँ, पधारो हमारे देश. I need people like you guys who are really committed to creating an awesome thing for our country. And this is something that I learned from Mr. Prabhupada, the founder of ISKCON also, that these are certain things, these are very powerful tools to spread your legacy, to spread your ideation, spread your heritage, tradition, culture, so many things, your thought points, perspective, a lot of things you can do it when you record this in the form of books. Today we have got digital books, audio books, podcasts, and multiple other things, but still, the fun that you get when you have your own name printed somewhere, okay, and you love to flaunt this out, it's a different feeling here. Authority, the word comes from author. Yes or no? Author. So this is something which gives you that extra, probably that power here. So with that, we would like to end today's session here. And for those people who are here, I told you, right, whenever the numbers are different, I'm going to give a bomb. So people, thank you so much for watching this on different social media. And if you want to join this bandwagon, just type in, let me in, and I can give you some ideas of how to do all these things. I'm going to make this a very, very powerful thing. I have been practicing copywriting for more than 2 decades now. Definitely, I cannot give it to you in 2 minutes, but I would like to summarize everything. Like these people who have learned about, how to write their entire autobiography in 5 minutes. Okay. Now it is a high-powered decoction. They can make it a blog. They can make it an article. They can make it a small chapter-wise thing, or they can write pages after pages after pages. And today, after this session, these people are going to learn from me how to write books without touching the pen and paper, without touching even your keyboard of whichever devices. Powerful. Okay, so with that, let's pause the session here, and I will see you in the next session. So till that time, stay